The first time I ever felt like I wasn't the smartest person in the room was probably when my first high honor ceremony came around. This was during sophomore year of high school. I had, you know, I was very excited. Of course, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I got high honors!" I worked very hard that term to get those grades. And then I walked into the room. I wasn't know what to expect. There was no one there with me. I didn't bring like my mom or anyone else. But I walked into the room and it was just everyone. It just seemed like maybe I was late. I thought I was on time. I usually show up pretty early to things. Shit. I mean, I walked in. It's like, whoa. Like I was not expecting the amount of people there. Everyone was pretty much there already. There were a couple of people still not there, but I enter and then everyone just turns and looks at me because first of all, it's this big squeaky ass door that they have in the front. Literally like one of those giant doors. Like I swear, I kid you not, you have to use like two hands to push the fucking doors open. And I'm just like, why do we have these squeaky ass giant doors? But regardless, I entered into it. Everyone stared at me. I'm looking around. I'm seeing, all these people that, like last semester that I knew always got high honors since they were probably in like 7th grade or 6th grade or, elementary school. Like they've always excelled in the field of, learning and just doing things in a manner that always stood out from everyone else, always, at all points in time. I also saw a bunch of athletes as well and a lot of other people that were not only just top in academics, but just, throughout their whole high school career, they were top in sports, they were top in extracurricular activities outside of school, like community service hours, just any little thing to excel themselves for, to really make themselves stand out, which I never really understood till that year, really, why that was very important to build that resume and build that platform for like my future self. Like it took me a while to realize like why I had to spend a lot of time around those very popular kids or those very high standard kids to really understand why they act the way they did and why they wanted to excel as much as they did. Sometimes I met some I had a friend named Michael. He didn't really want to do certain things. Like he wanted to live a normal life and be kind of just chill with things, but it was more of like his parents were kind of pushing him to like, oh, your brother's a doctor, Michael. If you don't get those grades up, you're not going to be like your brother. It was more of like he was one of those kids that kind of were pushed by the parents. You have in each storyline or there's some TV shows where there's always that one child that's kind of the younger one but kind of in the middle at the same time, who isn't not loved by his parents, I would say, but he was loved, but he wasn't as they weren't as flexible with him as everyone else. So I kind of trying to measure myself to where I would stand on that scale of, am I not loved enough? Am I loved just enough? Or am I loved so much because I'm excelling in all these amazing things? I'm getting all these awards. I'm doing, so great. I have a Nobel Peace Prize at the age of 15, things like that. I felt more of around Michael's thing. Like I felt like I had the support from some of my family members for sure, like the full support at 100% of the time. And then at the same time, I kind of felt like I was kind of being forced to live up to a standard that I had to be the best at all points in time. I could never really relax or do anything my way, So me and Michael, we connected very well on that same level of things. And then as I start to get older, I realized like it's okay not to be the smartest person in the room. Like, to be honest with you, I never want to be the smartest person in the room because there's a lot of things people are going to look at you for. Oh, excuse me, I just burped. They're gonna look at you to do things in a particular way all the time, and the 1 minute you mess up, they're all in awe, like shocked, as if you're not human, like you're not supposed to make mistakes, or you're not supposed to, have those moments where it's a thinking process where you actually have to stop and be like, let me digest this piece by piece. And I hate that. I hate that feeling of feeling like so many people are relying on me to be this perfect being, or perfect human, or whatever you want to call it. No one should have that much pressure And I was all, as I got older, even through like senior year, I still had my honors, but I wasn't the smartest person in the room, and I accepted that happily. I feel as if there's never really truly a smartest person in the room when it comes to like just one person. I feel as if there's always a group of people that are going to be the smartest, because not one person is going to know everything. And for a while I fought with myself trying to always know everything, read everything, do everything, push myself to do these things that really were not reasonable, were just inhuman. I can't do everything, I can't know everything, I can't do this, I can't do that. I can do a lot of things. Don't get me wrong, don't mistake your potential to do things and your potential to want to do everything. There's two differences between those things. You can't do everything. There's your life and your time is limited. So you have to capitalize on what you can do and maximize that, is what I truly believe, and is what I always tell myself every day. Ever since I graduated, just do what I can do. Put my mind to what I believe I can do. Put my mind to what I know I can do, and continue to push towards it. It may be difficult. It may get harder as I go through school and college and even through life with different people entering and leaving my life. A lot of different challenges are going to come up, but I just want to continue to keep pushing. I don't want to be the smart person in the room. I want to always be able to learn and maximize my brain's potential. I don't mind being one of the smartest people in, a given room. I don't mind that. I have knowledge in certain things that other people may not have. I'm very knowledgeable in fields of computers and technology when it comes to hardware and stuff like that. But then sometimes I lack the ability to be positive in certain aspects of things. And I feel like a lot of people that aren't the person that's the smartest in the room, quote unquote, are miserable. They live miserable lives, and they on the inside, they've never truly been able to just relax, have fun, be young, or just live their life to what they view it as. I feel like most of the times, or most scenarios I could think of, it's always they're being pressured by either their parents or other people are kind of pressuring them into doing things that are taking them away from that person they truly are inside. And I never want to fall off the course of being passionate for what I want to be passionate about, or chasing after my dreams. I don't want anyone to interfere with that at all. By the time I'm 27, I want my Tesla. That's one of my biggest goals right now. And I keep pushing for it. I want a Tesla. I've pushed myself, since the day I turned 18, I've pushed myself towards that. And if it happens sooner, well, that's great. I'll be grateful for that, But at the same time, 27 is the goal, and that's how I feel like people should really divide their lives up. Set goals periodically. You could do 5-10 year goals. Set those goals. That's okay. Set them. But be reasonable goals. Don't try to exert yourself to levels of which they're going to be almost impossible to reach, or just insane, unrealistic goals. Set goals that are going to be reasonable, and understand that it's okay to not be the smartest person in the room. Allow yourself to grow, allow yourself to fail. And I know a lot of these have been more of like inspirational things, but seriously, like it's okay. Like, trust and believe. Like, I felt out of place a lot of times. I think my next podcast I'm going to do is definitely going to be about like haters and like bullying and stuff like that. Because that's another strong thing that I feel like a lot of people struggle with. But I want you guys to stay strong. I want you to stay true. And I want you guys to understand that it's okay to learn. It's okay to not be that guy everyone relies on. If you want to be a part of that group of people that are intelligent in their own way and have their own special and unique skills, be that. Because at the end of the day, being unique is way better than being than everyone. It's way better than being like everyone else. That's it for this week. I just wanted to really push that energy out. I had a lot of build up on it. But if you guys enjoyed the video, like always, follow on whatever platform you're listening on. And I will see you next week. Love you guys.